Hello and welcome to Audiology Talk. My name is Tony Lombardo,
And I'm Laura Prigge.
and today we are excited to talk to you about AMTAS 2.0, specifically report writing.
You know, it's interesting because we want the data from AMTAS to come into GSI Suite so we can make decisions, so we can report to our physicians, to our patients, and fit hearing aids, quite frankly. So before with AMTAS, we had to do some manipulation on the audiometer itself, or from AMTAS Flex, we had to do some exporting and some importing that was a little bit. There were several steps involved. So what's different with the AMTAS 2.0?
Sure. So, like you were saying, previously what we would do is AMTAS would complete, and then the session itself would be stored on the audiometer that you had connected. So you would have to go into the patient screen, find the session, and then transfer that session into GSI Suite. So what we're doing now is we are actually saving the session in the AMTAS software. So we're going to have that XML file automatically saved on the PC. So when we're doing our reporting, it's going to be a local import. So when we have AMTAS installed on this PC and we've got GSI Suite installed on the same PC, essentially what we'll do is when we've completed the testing, we're going to go up to our batch transfer icon. There's a little drop down underneath that, and then we are going to select local. And when we do that, it should show you that, hey, it will find that test that you just did for AMTAS. We're going to say, yes, I do want to import this. And it's going to bring up a batch transfer window. Now, for those of you that have used the GSI QWERTY in the past, this will be very familiar to you. In this instance, we just have one test. So essentially what we're going to do, since we don't have a patient selected, we're going to look up a patient or add a patient in the system. Now that we've got our patient, we can just take the result and drag it over to the patient that we have, and you'll see that it moves now down into the Assigned Test tab. Now, before you close this window, if you need to unassign it, you have to unassign it before you close it, because now that we've done that, we've got this session locked into that patient. So now what we'll do is we'll find that patient that we just added the session to, and we can go there, and as soon as we pull up that patient, this new session will pop up on screen.
So it looks like our session was a screening session, and so we have our screening intensity levels and the responses and the overall pass result. I have to say, Tony, I was really nervous when you said that it wasn't going to, this data wasn't going to be stored on the audiometer anymore, but it looks like a pretty seamless transfer.
Yeah, it's actually a lot easier. So there's fewer steps involved, and it just makes it, that transfer a little bit more intuitive. You just open up Suite, go to the batch transfer icon. It will automatically find that session queued up and ready to go. If you've done multiple AMTAS sessions, you'll see that all of the sessions that have been done that have not yet been transferred over to Suite will be available on that list. They'll all be marked either with the date and the time, or if you had patient information that was put in, that naming file could be a little bit different, but all the sessions will be there, and you'll be able to just assign them to the various patients. For the most part, you're just doing one patient at a time, but in those instances with something like the AMTAS Flex, you might be doing multiple tests before you have an opportunity to move them over into the database.
Great. Stay tuned for more videos on AMTAS Flex and other GSI products. Watch our social media, and thanks for tuning in.